going to court, you know, you going to court for kids, don't fight against one another. You know what I'm saying? Don't take that away. Don't ever take that right away. You always have that other right on standby as support. Especially, I would say, as black people, as a black person. As a black person, speak for myself. Um, I just feel like, just don't take that right away. Especially when the system is designed to go against either or. And then plus nobody should be taking that right away. But, if you having a child, just make sure for right now until it change, until the law change, until it be brought to their attention, which I gotta do. I gotta write up the complaint. You know, because it's a lot of discrimination and things going on inside the situation. And most of the time, they hide behind the women and, discriminate and, or be unfair. But you can see it all because it'll be unfair. It'll be unbalanced. In any way. Now, it's ways that things that shifted depending on first to cut it even. If you don't have your child 50% of the time, half of the month, it shifted. Just equal. It's fair if you're not together. And so it's like their system right now, which is not fair and which is not right and which can't be justice because it has to be, you have to show me something that's more righter than my right now, because you have to balance everything out in fairness. And you know what I'm saying? And plus, it just speaks for itself, man. You shouldn't have to go through all that. And to put people on this system of what they are doing, it's automatically, making you feel like you're in, you like, yeah, and then they give you 94 days of overnight. But then it's like, how do you, that's only 94 days of overnight. Like, that's like not nothing at all. I mean, 9 months could go by. You know what I'm saying? You get the last 3 months or something. But, you know what I'm saying? But it equals out if that's what you want to do or if that's something you want to do. But their system is designed to where if it says the two parties agrees, it automatically put you at 94 days. Now you, on the other hand, not knowing this, you thinking like, cool, as y'all agree, you know what I'm saying? And so y'all gonna work something out, you and the parent. And But the system designed inside that word is that you automatically get, well, you get 94 days. And the 94 days is how they also gonna calculate the child support. So basically, the mother will keep the child. Now, this some shit that you ain't even agreed to. Me and the mother agreed to every other week. They put the play down on me and said, okay, as the two parties agreed for visitation, because your visitation calculates a child support, because that's where they doing it at. Your rights, you got your rights up there, but visitation is down here. And so basically, it's sorting your stuff out already. Like, I'm not no fucking visitor. Like, excuse my language. I'm not no visitor, man. Stop playing with me, man. You know what I mean? That's that's how, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so anyway, man, they just put a bunch of stuff just, manipulating. You know what I'm saying? Then like, uh, but anyway, like another one is they say this person versus this person. You know what I'm saying? All this old stuff that they try to do, you gotta file motions, how you do all this crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta pay them to file the motions, so they making money off you. So if you, even if you fighting for your child, you actually in the same court and paying them at the same time to answer your request. As a defendant, I don't know how it is on the plaintiff part, or if that plaintiff got to file that motion too. Maybe so. But anyway, man, it's just, a cold game that they playing. And so make sure that you get joint physical and legal custody. Physical custody and legal custody. You want joint, meaning both of y'all get both. Both of y'all got the right over the kid. You know what I'm saying? Which is right. You know what I'm saying? And so, with that even being said, when it says down there as the two parties agrees, what they're doing is manipulating the defending party in their system to only to get 94 days if it's as the two parties agrees. So that's what I learned by that. And I learned all this because, his mother, wouldn't let me see my child after I had got my rights or whatever. And, I filed an objection to the judge. And when I filed an objection, I thought that was a thing that you filed right when 21 days, because when she didn't let me see the kid, when I called up there, they were like, yeah, if she's not letting you do it, then you want to file an objection or whatever. And that was the wrong thing I filed. But anyway, so I filed an objection. The judge say, oh, yeah, what are we here today already? Sound like that or whatever. But anyway, when he said that, I'm like, okay, he already on some other stuff. So he just ended up like, yeah, you agreed to 94 days. That's what you agreed to. I'm like, man, I ain't agreed to no 94 days. I agreed to everything to be fair. I stated that more than anything. You know what I'm saying? I said a lot. Shit, I want the same rights as the mother. Like, shit, on the same right. Much she get to keep them, I want to keep them too. You know what I'm saying? And, so, he like, oh, so I'm like, yeah, so can you change that 94 days? So he's like, that's what you agreed to it. I'm like, man, I didn't agree to that. You're like, man, you agreed to. I'm like, you can check the transcript, man, right now. You can look at the transcript. And then he's like, let me see, oh, oh yeah, you looks like you agreed to it. No, I didn't, man. I agreed to every other week, man. Me and the mother, cause that's what the mother wanted to agree to, every other week. Because I was talking stuff to her before we went to court, telling her I want them every 6 months. Then, since you don't want to work with me, then you keep them 6 months, I keep them 6 months. So then that's what she said every week. But really, every week worked out better. I like every week anyway, cause you see the kids more. Shit, man, I love seeing them. But anyway, what was I about to say? Oh yeah. So he say, yeah, you agreed to that. I'm like, man, no, I didn't, man. Cause me and the mom wanted every other week. I'm like, every other week, that equals out to more than 94 days. So anyway, make a long story short, I tell him, me and her agreed to every other week. Every other week is the same thing as half of the month, 2 weeks out of a month. Half of the month is the same thing as half of the year. Half of the year equals out to 182 days and a half. I think 82 days it was, or 84, 84 and a half or something. But anyway, my point is it's like double of that 94. So it's not 94. So it's inaccurate. It's invalid. So it don't even, and then plus it don't even match up with my rights. How you gonna tell me I got this much right over a child, but then tell me I don't got this much right over a child?